Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Anup Jacob and you're watching this on Balanced Trading 101. What you're looking at is the TradingView chart and a TradingView tool, and you're watching using CandleView charts. So TradingView is a tool which is popularly used by many to look at exchange traded assets such as commodities, forex. You have futures and option, and obviously the equities. So if you're not under the rock, India just completed its election cycle and the result came out on June 4th. Let's see how the equities had behaved in the last 6 months or so and how it has in the last few days. So I'm just looking at the Nifty 50, which is one of the exchanges in India other than the Sensex. Uh, let's see, I'm going to take the 6 months and I will take over a day, and you can let's just zoom out and see how it has behaved. So if you see the elections, 6 months, say 2004, starting of 2004, and you can see that the market has been sideways. What does that mean? Market has been sideways means that the buyers are buying but the sellers are not allowing to go beyond a certain point. It has stayed within a rectangular or basically in a funnel, very narrow funnel, right? But if you look beyond, let's say, 1 year or even 5 years, you can see that it has been going up. But during the election cycle, people are not so sure. They're very sensitive, so they stay within that segment, and that's called sideways. Well, now let's see how uh, the market has behaved since the results have come out, and let's zoom in a bit more. Yeah, our results came out around June 4th, but then there were a lot of talks before June 4th also. Let's yeah. So if you can see 31st, the you would have seen the exit poll, which has really bumped up the price. So it went up, and then by June 4th it came down and down and down. Now we have finished, this is the first Monday since the election, and we know the new government has come in. They have also brought in various ministers, and therefore it is important to understand the various sectors which the government would be focusing on. Now if you generally uh, before the election, finance sector generally does very well after the election. People who have invested before, maybe 6 months before, would probably have a decent, or I would say good return after the election, because finance has been a sector which India really require, because there is a huge paucity of fund in the Indian economy, and therefore many companies within the finance sector do have good rallies. The other sector being the infrastructure sector. Obviously you would have heard a lot about Indian infrastructure, because the one of the minister, that is Gadkari, has been focusing a lot. He's like one of the performing ministers from the previous government, and he is planning to continue. If he plans to continue, or when he plans to continue, he would obviously push infrastructure further, and one of his vision has been to is to remove diesel and petrol cars over a period, and therefore that means we have to focus on transportation companies or cars. So India has a huge automobile sector, and therefore some of the main players are Tata. So it is important to see how they perform, and they could be one of the companies which we should keep in mind. I'm talking about long-term growth. medium to long term growth. So EVs, so you have Tatas, you have Mahindras, you have all the other ones. So those are people, those are companies which you have to look into. Of course, you have batteries also, but Indian batteries are not as matured as other sectors. You have Exide and Amara Raja. Amara Raja is also one of the companies which has lithium factories. So that is also one where you have to focus on. Other than that, you have I did say finance. I did say about infrastructure, and the infrastructure. I would say it is the cars, but also the other part of infrastructure are the various ingredient going into making various buildings. That is obviously cements. So cement seem to have some sort of a possibility in rallying, at least in the medium term. So that is another sector you have to look into. Other than that, health sector is a growing space. Indian government has been putting coming up with schemes to do with health insurance, but beyond that, there is a huge scope of innovation and many companies coming up in that space. You have to keep a lookout for innovative companies. They may be, of course, copying many ideas from the West, but they are tapping into Indian markets. And from what I have studied, that health sector undergoes inflation of around 14%. That is, it doubles every 5 years. So that is another sector which you should keep in mind. Now these are the few sectors we should keep in mind. You should probably look into the chatters which is happening on various news channels. I would say Economic Times. The other sources being Money Control. It gives you an idea which are the sectors which the government would be focusing on. So the government would have a certain vision. It will focus on sectors, and then in the sectors you have different companies, and therefore you look at the different companies and see how they grow. So that is how you flow, how the flow happens. Other than that, you should look at ticker tape to see how various stock performs over a period of time. You can also have screeners which will allow you to see which are the best performing assets, best performing equities of that day or of that week. So you can do all those kind of things. Now that this is the way you probably do trading, in a sense that you don't go based on what you see online from various other people, but you make your own independent study, because the kind of investment which we used to do, say through insurance, through LICs or to EPF and PPF, those are there, but they are not the kind of investment which is suited for the times around, like now. So, and when you're doing investment in this kind of kind of fashion, you have to do it more independently. Therefore, it is important to know the technical part of it, the theory part of it, the idea of how to think independently about it. So visit us at www.balancedtrading101.com and learn more. Thank you.